give about the competition. I'm in another atmosphere, I'm on another mission. Yeah, you know that boy Logic put pen to page like a petition. You always switching up your whole position. I can see it in your face like an esthetician. Food for thought, it's the highest caliber nutrition. Everything come out my mouth, that's my whole cognition. I got out the hood, then got money in addition. I remember when that boy ain't had no pot to. They wouldn't let me in, so I never asked permission. Tours like a war, I'm getting minimum 5 mil permission. Hit the ignition and beat the emission. Like a clinician more than a musician. My flow rare like a first edition. Report for dismission. Everything I ever thought of, it came to fruition. King of the transition. We never switch and peep the acquisition, no omission. Your lyrics dry it in the prepare for collision. Then the satellite that's on an orbiting mission.
I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the kitchen. I remember we didn't have any permission. Never forget we on a mission. I remember that they didn't even want to listen. Now we cooking, we ain't even in the
It can hold over 82,000 fans, and every one of those seats is filled for this one, as our coverage of the NFL brings us to MetLife Stadium. Jake Elliott is out and ready to kick this one away. And away we go from East Rutherford. Returning it from the 4. And this return gets to the 30 before he stopped. All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Let's go now.
They begin the drive with Chubb. He breaks the tackle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. This one goes for an even 25 yards. And the Giants will have a first down. One play in, and this drive is already into enemy territory.
Let's go.
1st and 10, looking to throw. Buys time, rolling right. That's complete to Darius Slayton. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. Moving quickly, trying to get set again. Working inside the red zone. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, it's so common that we talk about quarterbacks flushing a negative play, but defenses have to do the same thing as well. When you give up a big play, you got to regroup, you got to calm yourself, and you got to know it's all about the next play. And delivering a sack like that certainly helps.
Here we go. Panther 11, Panther 18, Pioneer.
Trying again following the sack. Ooh, would have been a big gainer if they connected, but they could not. Instead, 3rd down coming up.
QBs, well, they're a lot like the great shooters in the NBA. Hey, listen, sometimes you're going to miss. You just got to shake it off and keep shooting away.
19 tight, 19, hurt. Ready.
Here he is on 3rd and long. And he scores. It's a New York touchdown. The Giants take a 6-0 lead on their opening drive. Gano ends the point after. And the Giants will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Gano ready to send this away. That's going to be taken in at the 8. And in the end, Brock, an exciting touchback as the return comes out to the 30. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10. They run it with Saquon Barkley. He's able to drive that pile about a yard. Brian Burns coming up with the stop. Just a gain of 1, and that brings up 2nd and 9.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
That's caught. It's Saquon Barkley. And he'll go down, and we'll say right at the 39-yard line.
Rhythm. You hear me talk about rhythm a lot. Whether it's a golf swing, a baseball swing, heck, even a bowler gets himself into rhythm. And I'm just telling you, kid, from experience, these little throws to running backs, it's one of the best things to get your offense into rhythm and a nice little gain on top of it.
Third down, 1 yard to go. Running left, this is Barkley. And he's going to get this up to the 45 before he's brought down. They get 6 and a 1st down as well.
Win the early battle. Get a little leverage. Low man wins off the line, and that's all that was needed to ensure that 1st down right there.
1st down throwing for Hurts. Goddard makes the catch. And he's going to be across midfield close to the 45 before going out.
That is a textbook 1st down completion. Sets up 2nd and very manageable and creates space to take that shot downfield.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1. Handoff headed right. Barkley. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away. Offense up to the line fast. Barkley gets it on 3rd down. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. Defense holds yet again, and now it's 4th and a yard.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's weird coverage guys. Not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
And he'll get them enough for a 1st down.
It's 1st downs like that, Kate, just with the toughness of these receivers, that I can't help but think about some old school dudes. These playbooks have evolved so much in the NFL. Can you imagine some of the physical receivers back in the day and how badly they would have loved to play in the systems like this, to just find a way time and again to put the ball in their hands?
He's on the move. He doesn't slide down and he pays for it. A big shot sends him to the ground.
He made something out of that play for them. Everyone's so concerned with defending the pass, they didn't quite keep tabs on what he was doing as a QB, and it gave him just enough room to run.
Shotgun snap for Hurts. Completes this one to Jahan Johnson. And they get this down to the 28. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Philadelphia 1st down. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Able to get it to Barkley. Give him an even 10 yards on the play. And that's good for an Eagles 1st down.
That is what elite offenses are all about. Why worry about 3 downs when you need only 1? Move the chains in one play and keep driving that defense backwards.
He brings the offense up now for a 1st and 10. From the red zone now. That's into the hands of Barkley. And they get him right at the line of scrimmage. 1 quarter down. We're back and excited to start the 2nd. Eagles in a nice spot to put up points. Hurts throwing again. And he has it in the end zone. Touchdown, Philadelphia. The Eagles finish off their opening drive. Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles respond with 7 of their own to tie it here early. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They're out and set. 1st and 10. Off to Chubb to start the drive. And he's brought down after a nice gain and a 1st down.
Hey, even though that was an excellent run, I got to talk about the receivers here, Kate, because 9 times out of 10, you see a run like that in this league, 10 plus, you know those guys on the outside are doing their job, shining as blockers, keeping those defenders away from the back.
To throw it on 1st down. He beams one deep right side. And oh, someone stepped in. It's intercepted. Picked off Reed Blankenship. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. I don't know what to be impressed by most, Brock. How effortless he made it look to throw it that deep, or how effortless the cover man made it look to get that far down there and haul in the interception.
How about we just marvel at both of them? You call a deep pass like that again on the next play, it could go to the end zone. But this time, it is a takeaway.
Starting on the ground here with Barkley. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. Halfway there on 1st down, that brings up 2nd and 5.
That run's not going to turn many heads, but at the end of the year, I promise you, if you average over 5 yards a run, you can be a Pro Bowler.
From just shy of midfield on 2nd down. And his perfect start is over. And that's the first one of his throws to wind up incomplete.
You know, in the NFL, offensive-minded teams will call it a perfect Friday. They don't want the ball to hit the ground once. And especially on these short to intermediate throws, you've got to count on those being efficient and effective.
Hurts with it on 3rd and short. He has the first over the middle. And he has it to the 42 before they make the stop. A 7-yard pickup, and it moves the chains. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. A play fake. Now Hurts to throw. And he just gets rid of it. Knew he had a couple of plays left. Didn't want to take a risk there on 1st down. No dice on that prior pass. Here's 2nd down. Operating from the gun. Here's Hurts. And the Giants are too much. They take him down. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up.
Pretty even match in this 1st half. And you're just kind of waiting. Right? You just kind of try to get a feel for which defense is going to come to life. And when you get that sack, that could go a long way to infusing some energy on that side of the ball.
Gotta figure out this 3rd down here. Hurts now from the gun. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10.
Ready. Track and 60. Ready.
Looking to throw here and shake off that previous INT. He's trying to go deep. They connect on the deep shot. And he breaks into enemy territory before being stopped on a huge gain.
You know, Kate, we often talk about flipping the field in special teams, right? A kick return, a good punt. Well, an explosive play like that does the exact same thing. Look at the difference in field position. By hitting on that shot, you've totally flipped the field and the tone of this drive.
Taking a big shot for the end zone, and the defender comes away with it. Sidney Brown makes the play. And the Eagles are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season.
Red zone defense, it is a part of the practice week at least twice, Thursdays, Fridays, even tuning it up on Saturdays, because it's all about protecting in the red zone. And not only protecting points, but taking the ball away. That is a gold star effort by the defense.
Eagles in a good spot here as they come up to the line, 1st and 10.
No touch. No touch.
They'll run it. This is A.J. Dillon. A flag's down as he stops. Looks like this one's on the offense. Well, partner, they say there's holding on every play. You just got to look for it, right? That time, though, we did not have to look too hard. And holding penalty is going to make 1st down twice as tough. They're 20 from the marker to start things out. Throwing off the play fake here. Ooh, he got hit as he was throwing, and unsurprisingly, it falls incomplete. 2nd down coming up.
You know, that was a play, Kate, right there where you need to buy your receivers just enough time to get open along their routes, and your quarterback enough time to find and hit him with the throw. Time, well, that's not what he had. O-line couldn't hold up, and it forces the incompletion.
Couldn't connect on 1st. It's 2nd down.
73.
Now Hurts. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop him. And that pushes them back. 3rd down coming up. So it's the 2-minute warning here from MetLife. The Eagles are on the move here. So not an enviable spot here as they come up on 3rd and very long. Hurts setting up to throw. Taking a deep shot here. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. The Eagles are in punt formation. Back deep for the Giants, Tyrone Tracy. And he'll take in the fair catch just above the 35. That punt goes unanswered. No return there. And it'll be Giants football.
Ready.
Markers reset. Ball at the 37.
Check. 70 Timberwolves. Ready.
Shotgun snap. A gift to Tracy. And he won't win the race to the outside. That run's bottled up at the line. No progress on 1st down, and that'll bring up 2nd and 10.
These linebackers of today, they are so quick. They're so twitchy. You don't get a body on them in a hurry, they're going to stick you right at the line of scrimmage.
Second and 10 now. Man there, it's Malik Neighbors. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. Big gain, 14 on the play. And it's good enough for a New York first down. Shotgun snap, looking to throw. Connects with Johnson. And he'll go out of bounds close to that 35-yard line. Give him 13 on that play. And the Giants will have a first down. He's going to throw this one. This is complete. He loses the football. And it's a turnover. The defense has it. And they limit the damage on the return, but it is still a turnover.
You know, this just can't happen on first down. It really can't. I mean, ball security's at a premium on every down, every distance. But on first down, it is especially a killer.
There's 35 seconds to go in the half as they are ready to begin their drive. First and 10. Here's Hurts. Hits his running back. And they'll manage to contain him after about a 6-yard pickup. That was Kayvon Thibodeau there to wrap him up.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
From the 32. It's Dotson on the catch. And he has it up towards midfield before he's taken down at the 47.
I'm sure coach and play caller doesn't mind making the job a little bit easier. You know, play calling's a lot simpler and easier when you count on the offense to move the chains on those early downs.
On first down, Hurts. Pulled in by Dotson along the sideline. And he's going to get past the 40 before he goes out. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
It was such a privilege for me to watch Marvin Harrison and Reggie Wayne in person in Indianapolis do their work. Darrell Jackson out in Seattle. They showed how great a deep out is as a chain-moving play. It's all about getting that leverage at the top of the route and then exploiting the leverage as that ball arrives on time downfield.
First down throwing for Hurts. On the move, headed right. And this won't be caught. Clock is going to stop. We've got 14 seconds to go.
Look at how well the coverage held up on that play. Even as the QB escapes the pocket and buys extra time secondary, well, they got real sticky, stay tight, and force the throwaway.
So after the incompletion, here comes the second down call. Shotgun snap for Hurts. Barkley's got it. And he crosses out of bounds, so now we're going to learn who the penalty flag is on. A game they were pretty happy with goes away via the penalty, and now we're going to wait to see how they respond. So now a much tougher task here as they come up on second and 20. They'll run here following the penalty. And he goes out a little short of the 40. They get 7 on the run, but still 3rd and 13 to go.
So much to like about that run, Kate, particularly what he was able to get out of it. The defense, I think, feels a little fortunate they were able to track him down before an even bigger run and crossing that first down marker.
Jake Elliott out to put up 3 for the Eagles. It's a deep shot for him from that left hash. Got all of it, but no good. He needed a touch more to clear that crossbar. That's halftime of this contest. We'll join both teams in taking a short break. More of the NFL on EA Sports in just a moment. Well, that first half, certainly an interesting one. Kate, Scott, Brock Heward with you as we get back and see what the second half has in store for us. Something's got to be the difference maker here in half number 2. We'll see what it is as we're off and running once again. From well into the end zone, he's going to bring this out. And he gets up beyond the 20, but they plant him a few inches into the ground to end that return. And the drive will start out with a 1st and 10. On the play fake, it's Hurts. Working the sideline, that's Goddard. And he's going to be out of bounds just before reaching the 30.
When you see play action, do all you can to get your eyes to the tight end, because that's their bread and butter. That play action gives him time off the line, helps chip a rusher, or even helps sell that fake. And then when he releases, he gets out, he gets some leverage. He gets to that edge before the defender can cover him.
After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. Dillon gets it going right. And he's dropped just short of the marker, maybe a yard away.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
3rd and a lone yard coming up. Hurts to throw. And that's a win for the pass rush. Hit as he threw it, leads to the incompletion. 4th down coming up.
Well, that's one you chalk up to the pressure earning that incompletion. They came in before he could find a target, hit him, altered that last-second attempt to get rid of it.
And they fake it on 4th and 1. And they get to him just in time. Another step or two, and that fake would have moved the chains. And the fake punt is not going to keep things going, Brock. He winds up short. They're going to turn this football over on downs.
Come on, set. 19 Lions. Ready?
Airing it out to start this drive. Escapes out to the left. Trying to get away from the pressure, but he can't, and they drop him. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
At the Eagles' 40-yard line.
Here we go, set. Warrior 70, Panther 11, Panther 11. Go.
Another try following the sack. Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete. When we look back at this one, Brock, it is going to be defensive highlight after defensive highlight. And there again, the examples, they just keep coming.
The physical play has been the trademark, really, from the first snap through this second half. There have not been many just uncontested, clean, efficient plays. Every effort's been answered, and that's why that scoreboard's not been lit up.
Here he is on 3rd and long. Fits it through the middle. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a first down. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset. All right, I'll set up now. 1st and 10.
Let's go.
Chubb running out of the gun. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. A nice 6-yard pickup. They're going to have 2nd and 4.
Fans love the long ball in baseball. It's like they got the home run derby, but you know what? Talk to managers, and they will tell you small ball can win too. Singles and doubles, you add them up, you could win a lot of baseball games. Football coaches will tell you, you get runs of that length, it may not be a home run, it may not score points, but it can do some serious damage.
A gain of 2 brings up 3rd and 2.
Check. Check go.
On 3rd down, they'll go with Chubb. And he could not get there. They stop him right at the line. No gain on the play. Defense holds yet again, and now it's 4th and a yard.
That's one of those plays, Kate, as an offense, it just sticks with you a little bit. It bothers you that you just can't convert on a very manageable down and distance. And on the other side, well, it sure gives you some confidence defensively to get off the field.
Set up. Check smash. Ready.
Looking to throw. And he will score. Touchdown, New York! The Giants grab the lead on their first series of the half. Malik Neighbors with a touchdown. Cano's point after is good. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. Cano ready to send this away. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10. Here's Hurts. Finds a seam down the middle. And he does quite a bit of damage before they finally take him down.
I try to remind you a time or two, Kate, that you always got to start your read from the secondary forward. You got to see what the safeties are doing. If you're going to throw a ball in the middle third, deep downfield like that, you have to have tremendous awareness of where those safeties were and the QB.
And he runs it across. Touchdown! The Eagles can tie it up after hitting pay dirt in the 3rd. Saquon Barkley, the touchdown. Point after added on by Elliott. And the Eagles tie things up at 14. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. They'll get this drive started. 1st and 10.
Go! 60 Bobcat! 60 Bobcat!
Trying to throw here out of the gun. Chased out to his right. Well, the pressure nearly got to him, but still a good play defensively as that one falls incomplete.
You know, when we were growing up in the backyard, we call them alligators. 1 alligator, 2 alligator, 3 alligator. He needed another alligator in order to get that ball off. Credit the defense for forcing the incompletion.
They'll throw on 2nd and 10. That's too far in front, and it's not going to be caught.
You hear defensive coaches on every practice field we're on preach not giving up the big play, especially at the NFL level. They'll need to stay vigilant because they're definitely going to use that receiver to take the lid off this defense again.
79 Broncos!
3rd and long for him here. That's caught for the first. And they finally bring him down, but that is a big gain and a new set of downs. He'll move the sticks after ripping off a gain of 28. They'll head up 1st and 10 from the 42. They run it from the gun with Chubb. And they love to see him fighting forward, but he only gets him 3.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
2nd down now, 7 to go. Staying on the ground here with Chubb. And he's able to drive this to the 29 before the stop. It's a pickup of 9 yards. And it's good enough for a New York 1st down.
That's the type of call that offensively, man, it just builds so much confidence. I don't even think they were looking to get the 1st down. Just get to a manageable 3rd down. But instead, they move the chains. And that is one disheartening look on that defense.
Man in motion out of the slot. Going to the ground again on 1st. Breaks the tackle, still going. And he'll go down here at the 16. It's a 13-yard play, and that's enough for the 1st.
Kate, I know you can see that smile on my face as we stand next to each other. Sure, I love that run. But I'm thinking about some great running backs. In fact, Corey Dillon, who created a lot of...
Offense set for a 1st and 10.
Set. Rocco leading.
Again, it's Chubb. And he'll have it down to almost the 10-yard line. Give him 5 on that carry, bringing up 2nd and 5.
Some backs are easier to tackle than others. Some, well, they just choose violence. They look for those opportunities to bust through tackles and keep those legs pumping.
Here's Chubb on 2nd down. And this run doesn't have the juice of that last one. He's stopped at the line. Offense in the hurry up here.
No gain on the play. Brings up 3rd down and 5.
They give inside to Chubb. And he's able to get it to the 2 before the stop. 9-yard pickup, and it sets him up with 1st and goal.
Ask for a little bit more on that one. Ask that running back to come up with more than he's used to on 3rd down. He made it look like just another day at the office. I wouldn't expect every conversion to go as smoothly, but he sure made that one look routine.
1st down, and they go right back to him. And the defense is all over this one for a big loss.
You know, that's so hard for me, Kate. That's the type of effort that deserves better when it comes to the results. It's going to show up as a negative run on the stat sheet, but that was not the runner's fault. He did all he could to fight to get back to the line, but this defense just kept swarming.
After the loss, it's 2nd and goal from the 5.
Let's go now.
They'll motion Slayton left. And in, touchdown, New York! Gano for the PAT. Right down the middle, it's good. And the Giants break that tie and now lead by 7. Gano ready to send this away. And it flies over the end zone and out of play. In the past, it's a touchback to the 25. The new rules starting this season, Brock, so it's now going to be at the 30. They're out and set, 1st and 10. A play fake now hurts the throw. Oh, he put everything he had into that throw. Try connected with Brown, but it's intercepted. Jack Jones has got it. And the Giants get it back on his 6th interception of the season. Well, I know I don't need to tell you, partner, but if you're going to try to get aggressive, really push a throw downfield like that, you have to be smart about how you do it.
Yeah, that is spot on, Kate. If you've got to find that spot when you know the coverage won't be able to hold up, especially as you go 20, 30, 40 yards down the field. Hey, listen, these defenders in the league today, you throw a ball deep down the field like that, it turns into a 50-50 ball. More times than not, they can make a play and take it away just as they did.
And he hit a seam and got it to the opposing 44. Call it 9 yards. Looked like a first for a moment. It's 2nd and 1.
Well, that doesn't net a first down. You get yards like that in the run game, you will take it in the NFL.
Nice spot here for the offense. It's 2nd and 1.
18, here we go. Cut 19. Mustang 19. Ready?
Throwing off the play fake here. Neighbors with a catch. It's again at 27 yards to move the chains.
You know, Kate, you'll find teams go to this crossing route concept sometimes a dozen times a game. A lot of times it's for shorter yardage, but sometimes things break in the right coverage for a much bigger impact play, just like that.
They'll give to Chubb on the option, and he's brought down for a loss.
Well, he was supposed to be the one who chipped away a few and got a new set of downs started right in rhythm. Instead, he's now forced to pick himself from behind the line thanks to a great effort defensively.
Throwing now, off play action. They did it! He made the interception! The rookie from Texas comes up with it. And the Eagles have some new life in the 4th.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
Drive starts out with a 1st and 10. Interception last drive doesn't deter them. They're going right back to the air. This finds Smith. And he crosses the sideline a yard or two beyond, it looks like the 30.
That is the epitome of staying on schedule. That kind of completion right there on 1st down. Well, it opens up the entirety of the playbook for 2nd down. In the 3rd and short in your back pocket, you can get even more aggressive and take that shot.
On 2nd down, here's Barkley. And that short gain is enough for a new set of downs.
Hey, Kate, you want to see a picture in the football dictionary of staying on schedule? That was it.
They've got 3 timeouts and the 2-minute warning left for them. We've got 1st and 10. Hurts now from the gun. Able to get it to Barkley. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41. So we're down to the 2-minute warning here from New York. Eagles down by 7. After a good pickup, they're set up with 2nd and short. From the 41. The ball is loose. Oh, the fumble jumps out of bounds. What a break there for the offense. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains.
You know what? This game is hard. So sometimes catching a break or two in just the right circumstances is a big deal. Sideline could be your best friend as a runner. Because you lose the ball next to it, there's a good chance it could go harmlessly out of bounds.
This one finds Goddard. And he's out of bounds after getting across the 45. A nice gain of 13 yards as it brings up a 1st down.
I love throwing on 1st down. And when you see a 1st down pass just like that, it's taking advantage of a matchup you planned for, and you go out and execute.
They'll motion Brown right. And he'll go out of bounds close to the 35-yard line. Call it 7 yards, and now they'll have 2nd down and 3.
That's just a good play to mix up what you're doing and keep that defense guessing. The execution, that's pretty well done too, creating the space for a solid pickup.
to throw. He's got it to him yet again. That is caught. And he takes it across the 30 before heading out. That's a pickup of 9. And that's a Philadelphia first down.
First down, Philadelphia.
The Giants using their first timeout. And they are quite frustrated having to call that after giving up the first. Up to the line, and they're set. First and 10. Here he is to throw. Pulled in by Dotson along the sideline. And he's out of bounds after a nice pickup to the 10. That'll go for an 18-yard gain. And that's good for an Eagles first down.
Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti. Crowd left Yeti. Go Silver, ready?
Setting up to pass. And he scores. It's a Philadelphia touchdown. The Eagles cut it to a point late in this one. Dallas Goedert the touchdown. And everyone can breathe easier now. His try is good, and they found a way to tie it late in the fourth. Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. And the drive will start out with a first and 10.
Ready, ready. Buffalo 18. Check out.
He'll look to throw it. Toward the sideline, and he's got it. And he goes out a little short of the 40. How about 29 yards on that play, partner, as they get the chains reset.
Move the chains! Gotta move them chains! Build momentum and keep that defense on its heels.
To the air now on first and 10. Oh my goodness, it's intercepted! And the Eagles take over on his 5th interception of the season.
You know, I can still hear the call all the way up in the booth. Okie, Okie! That's what that whole defense screams after an interception, and you see everybody getting involved. That nearly went for a house call. Just an incredible effort by that offense to run it down. But even with that, they will take that Okie any day. What a huge pick in return for that defense.
First down, a run with Barkley. And he'll push this upfield and earn them a new set of downs. Timeout taken by the defense. Their second. Still one more in their pocket to use.
To play running back in this league, well, you've got to have tremendous vision. We saw it twice. Once to find the lane upfield, and then to get to space and break off some extra yards.
They're all set up for the game winner. Let's see how they approach it, starting with this first and goal. They're going to run with Barkley. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. Second down.
Hey, I get it on first and goal, right? A lot of teams like to be conservative and limit risk. Even if a run is stopped short, you still got 2, sometimes 3 downs to play with.
They'll try again with Barkley. And he breaks the tie. That should win him this game. Brock, touchdown. Absolutely clutch score there, Brock, as they take the lead here in the final minute.
Incredible execution. The moment not too big for any of them. And Kate, they cashed in when it really mattered.
Extra point up and good by Elliott. And the Eagles break that tie and now lead by 7.
to kick off for Philadelphia.
Elliott's all set for the kickoff. So new kickoff rules. This is going to come out to the 30, not the 25 on the touchback. Offense ready to begin this drive. 1st and 10.
Set. 19 Lion.
Trying to shake off the interception. He's looking to throw. A bit of desperation on this deep shot. That is incomplete. Down to 13 seconds left.
That was simply a case of not enough time available to let that play develop. That throw was out so quick, and he wasn't able to reel it in.
2nd and 10 now. Connects with Slayton. And they catch up to him, but not until he's got a huge gain and a 1st down. He'll look to throw. Need this to force overtime. And this one falls incomplete, so we're down to 4 seconds, and we'd assume our final snap.
Can't cover it much better than that. Really well covered, Kate, on that play. There just simply was not a window for him to sneak that throw in.
Motioning in the tight end now.
7 Pirates. 70 Rangers. 70 Rangers. 60 Bobcats. 60 Bob. Chap 60. Chap 60. Ready?
One final shot here. And this one falls incomplete. No miracles on the final drive today. This game is over. So the Eagles will fly out of here with a road win. And there was no easing up. It took some white knuckling until the very end, but their defense carried that small lead through to the finish line as they escape with a victory. And with Brock Heward and our EA Sports crew, I'm Kate Scott saying so long from this one. The Eagles are winners as we say so long from New York.